Welcome back to Super Tuesday, presented by Cree. LED lighting is part of Rivalry Week. Presented by Wendy's, the Red River Rivalry. Number 17, Oklahoma. 1-point lead on Texas. Getting ready to start the second half. And for the Longhorns, much better production offensively tonight, Miles, as opposed to the first time around when they scored just 14 points in the first half. But the offensive production tonight from Texas, they've been attacking inside.
Yeah, it seems they have a better flow on the offensive end. And remember, it's a much different game this time. Isaiah Taylor was still relatively coming back from his injury when he was playing in that game. He's kind of the catalyst on the offensive end. The lineups have changed for the Texas Longhorns. Yancy's playing much better. Holmes is playing more at the power forward spot. And of noteworthy is Texas is doing this against one of the better defensive teams in the country. Oklahoma, top 10 in the nation in defensive field goal percentage.
Just 37% the opposition against the Sooners coming into tonight. For Texas, Kendall Yancy, Isaiah Taylor, DeMarcus Holland, Jonathan Holmes, Cameron Ridley out there, and baseline jumper missed by Tayshawn Thomas. Oklahoma counters with Jordan Woodard, Isaiah Cousins, Buddy Hield, Tayshawn Thomas, and Ryan Spangler.
Well, Thomas only played 8 minutes in the first half. He picked up 2 early fouls. Let's see if they can try to get him going. That was a nice 15-foot jumper, just not able to knock it down. And you see Isaiah Taylor with the hesitation on the open three. That's one of the biggest parts of his game that he must improve, because he's such a good driver to the basket. He has good floater. He can finish at the rim. But if Taylor can open up his game and become a better three-point shooter, he's only 26% on the season, it'll really make him into maybe an All-American and future NBA player. You see the hard drive there by Holland, and Tayshawn Thomas able to rotate over and take the charge.
Third foul on DeMarcus Holland is Javon Felix comes in replacing Holland. And the turnover committed by Texas. Longhorns led by as many as 4 in the first half. Oklahoma had a lead as large as 5. So a tight one throughout here in Norman. Step back. Buddy Hield missing, and the rebound, Jonathan Holmes, who is scoreless tonight for Texas.
Felix did a good job of moving his feet right there, staying attached to Buddy Hield, and making Hield shoot a tough 15-footer.
In the lane, fouled is Isaiah Taylor. He'll go to the line. It's on Isaiah Cousins, his second.
You see, there's where Taylor really excels. You put him in high ball screens. He's just as strong going right or left. He has excellent touch on those floaters when he gets into the 8 or 10-foot range.
Taylor, an 82% foul shooter, and we're tied at 33. And Isaiah Taylor, this is earlier today, after the shoot-around for a good 10 to 15 minutes, Miles. He and Rick Barnes, they were talking things over about how to approach certain situations in tonight's game, and Isaiah Taylor really listened intently to his coach.
Well, he takes to coaching very well. I got to spend some time around this young man this summer at the LeBron James Skills Academy, where he went up against guys like Buddy Hield, Ron Baker, Sam Decker, Jordan Mickey, Stanley Johnson, Kevin Pango, some of the best players in all of college basketball, and I got to work with him, and he really listened well. He was listening to what all the instructors were teaching him and tried to take some of that back with him to improve on his game in the summer, and you can see he's having an excellent year besides the injury for the Longhorns.
From the corner, three-pointer, Jordan Woodard. It gives Oklahoma the lead back.
But he makes a mistake right there. You can't help off a ball side shooter. You have a shot blocker back there in Cameron Ridley. Let him clean it up, and you can't leave Jordan Woodard, who's been better from the three-point line in the second half of the season.
The lob to Hield in transition, and a foul, and a good push by Oklahoma, getting the rebound and going.
And that was an excellent pass there by Woodard to Hield in transition. Hield going up and taking the contact, and now going to the line.
We talked about this in the first half with Iowa State. Oklahoma, the 2 best transition teams in the Big 12 in terms of production.
And Buddy Hield, he really flourishes in transition. He gets out and run every time because he knows he's going to receive the ball. Jordan Woodard is a guy that always has his head up. Buddy Hield scores over 7 points per game in transition for the Sooners. And if you ever get a chance to spend some time around Buddy Hield, man, he is one class act. This young man from Freeport, Bahamas, a great personality. I asked Coach Kruger, what's it like to coach Buddy Hield? He said, you know, he's just a true joy to be around. He said he's an everyday player, and always with a smile on his face, always coming in happy and ready to work. And his teammates really love being around him.
First miss from the line for Oklahoma tonight, now 7 of 8. Isaiah Taylor to the basket, the tip in by Cameron Ridley.
And Roxy, that's really caused by Taylor. Even though he missed, he sucked in the post defenders for Oklahoma because they have to rotate over and help, and that leaves Ridley open on the weak side for the tap in.
On the drive, pass deflected as Jordan Woodard tried to force it inside, and it's out of bounds to Texas.
And Roxy, here we'll take a look at that drive by Isaiah Taylor. You see him using the high ball screen. He's able to drive right past Tayshaun Thomas. Thomas has to rotate over. Spangler comes to help a little bit, and then Ridley just open on the backside of the defense.
Seems like Isaiah Taylor is giving Oklahoma some fits at the point of attack. Well, he gives a lot of people trouble in that spot. Pull up on the baseline, and Kendall Yancy for Texas.
Yancy just playing with so much confidence, and you can tell Rick Barnes has helped instill that into him.
Leads the Longhorns with 8 as Texas seesaws in front. From the corner, 3 off the mark from Jordan Woodard, and secured by Cameron Ridley. Here is Isaiah Taylor. Jonathan Holmes, too strong on a 3. And the rebound, Thomas for Oklahoma.
Smart. I like that heel didn't force the action. Didn't have any numbers, brought it back out, get what you want.
Attacking, Cameron Ridley blocks Tayshaun Thomas. 7 blocks now for the country's leading shot blocking team, Texas. They average 7.5 a game. Leaks the pull-up on the offensive glass, and the first points of the night for Jonathan Holmes. Texas by 3.
And Texas, a team that averages 13 offensive rebounds per game, really capitalizing on that in the second half.
But he healed from deep. Ryan Spangler on the offensive glass. Nice pass to a cutting heel who misses. Spangler again. Spangler is fouled by Felix. And the hustle by Ryan Spangler to keep it alive. Tight one, the Red River rivalry in Oklahoma.
Whatever's happening in sports, talk it out with First Take and His and Hers weekdays on ESPN2.
Introducing the State Farm National Bureau of Assists. Sebastian Curry, twin of Stephen Curry, has a master's in disasters. Summer Bird, twin of Sue Bird, stops at nothing except stoplights. Darius Lillard, twin of Damian Lillard, says there's no I in assist. Don Stockton, twin of John Stockton, Chief Assist Officer. And of course, Cliff Paul. Assisting has a new starting 5.
I make a lot of purchases for my business, and I get a lot in return with Ink Plus from Chase. Like 60,000 bonus points when I spent $5,000 in the first 3 months after I opened my account.
And I earned 5 times the rewards on internet phone services and at office supply stores.
With Ink Plus, I can choose how to redeem my points. Travel, gift cards, even cash back. And my rewards points won't expire.
So you can make owning a business even more rewarding. Ink from Chase, so you can.
The big fish sandwich you crave just got spicier. Enjoy the spicy big fish or the original big fish on the Burger King 2 for $5 menu, where you can mix and match 2 large premium sandwiches for just $5. Only at Burger King.
Ready for another reason to switch to T-Mobile? Get 2 lines of unlimited 4G LTE data for just $100 a month. It's America's best unlimited family plan, and it's only at T-Mobile.
And here we take a look inside the play as The Oklahoma Sooners are forcing this ball screen down, and then we freeze it right here. This is Buddy Hield's job because it's essentially a switch with Tayshawn Thomas to get in front of Jonathan Holmes and get the block out. Isaiah Cousins tried to help, but Buddy Hield's job right there was to get back in front of Jonathan Holmes. Holmes takes advantage. Missed block out opportunity leads to 2 points for the Longhorns.
And a 3-point Texas lead. 15:44 to play, and Ryan Spangler going to the line. For Oklahoma, 74% foul shooter.
Well, we talked about Spangler's football prowess. The day that Ryan Spangler was born, his father Larry was a high school football coach. We had a game that night. His mom Leanne never misses the game. And literally 10 to 12 hours after Spangler was born, they were in the parking lot of the high school football stadium attending the game. Now, can you imagine trying to leave a hospital nowadays? That's arguably 20-some years ago. Trying to leave a hospital nowadays with a newborn, only hours old baby to go watch a high school football game?
Yeah, I don't think a doctor's going to sign off on that.
Now, they did just stay in the car. They didn't go. They didn't go in the stadium. But still amazing.
Miles Turner missing in the rebound. Isaiah Cousins. Here come the Sooners.
Good job by Cousins digging back and rebounding. Hield and Cousins, two of the better guard rebounders in the conference, both over 5 per game.
And a foul on Miles Turner is a strong move to the basket by Tayshawn Thomas of Oklahoma. First on Turner.
Thomas really a difference maker for this Oklahoma team. A big reason why they're one of the top 20 teams in the country. The transfer from Houston, University of Houston. He's had 37 career double-doubles. But he's a good shot blocker. He takes charges on the defensive end. He's a guy that you can throw the ball down to the block, and he can get you some baskets, some easy shots, get to the foul line. You know, he only became eligible literally 17 hours before their first game of the season.
So the transfer from Houston in 3 years. At Houston, he scored over 1,300 points and had over 800 rebounds. And has started every game of his career, both Houston and here at Oklahoma. Tonight with a start, that's 122 starts. And the pressure bothers Texas.
See, that ball has to get back in Isaiah Taylor's hands somehow. Nobody came and met the pass. The Sooners were patient on the defensive end, coming with a little bit of a trap, and they had guys waiting and anticipating to make steals. And Felix, at his size, 5'10", not able to see over the Sooner defenders.
Frank Booker from the corner, a three, and Oklahoma takes the lead back.
And I know Jordan Woodard gets the literal assist on that, but Kadeem Lattin set a great flare pick to free up Booker for the three.
2-point lead for the Sooners. How tightly this one's been contested. No player is in double figures yet on either side. And the hustle, Yancy tracks it down. Isaiah Taylor drops it off, and a slam from Miles Turner.
Good hustle by Yancy to run down that loose ball, and Taylor with the beautiful drop off to Turner.
Tie game approaching 14:20 remaining. And at the rim, Prince Ebay will get another block for the Texas Longhorns. And a late whistle and a foul against Oklahoma.
And here you see the excellent drive. Jordan Woodard has his eyes up, but the little piece, the flare screen that Lattin gets a piece of, Javon Felix right there gets a three, and then Isaiah Taylor with the beautiful wraparound pass off the loose ball scramble situation, and Turner with the dunk.
Foul on Frank Booker of Oklahoma is Isaiah Taylor now 3 of 3 at the line.
Isaiah Taylor, sophomore from Hayward, California. Ended up finishing his high school career at the Village School. Played for a popular AAU program up in Oakland, the Oakland Rebels. Home of Damian Lillard, now NBA All-Star.
And a foul off the ball on Prince Ebay of Texas is first. A couple of powerhouses out there to talk about the Rebels and, of course, the Oakland Soldiers, where guys like Aaron Gordon played, Brandon Ashley, Stanley Johnson.
You're mentioning all guys that went to Arizona.
I'm just trying to make you feel good.
Jabari Bird.
Yeah. And the shot from the perimeter. The long two by Isaiah Cousins.
Taylor needs to make himself available against this pressure. He's the best playmaker on this team.
And it's featured 18 lead changes and 7 times. Expect nothing less in the Red River rivalry. Felix from deep, and Texas reclaims the lead.
And see, Woodard just too far off. He was caught a step in the paint thinking Isaiah Taylor was going to turn the corner, but you really can't leave Felix in that situation, one of the best three-point shooters on this Texas roster.
Second foul on Isaiah Taylor.
And you see the side ball screen, and Woodard just gets caught in the paint. He doesn't really know where his guy is as Javon Felix fans out to the wing, and then the excellent pass by Isaiah Taylor right in rhythm.
Thomas swatted at the rim by Miles Turner.
They're just game changers down there. Thomas traditionally gets to the rim and finishes that ball with either a dunk or a layup, but you have two very good shot blockers in eBay and Turner there that swat that basketball away. Now 9 blocks for the Longhorns tonight.
And Turner, who leads the Big 12 in block shots, averages nearly 3 a game. 6'11" freshman. Tayshaun Thomas. Nice spin move as Prince eBay bit on the pump fake.
And that's an adjustment from getting your shot blocked the previous possession when you had the ball against Thomas, where he didn't go with the up fake. This time he gets eBay to bite, just like you said, and then the beautiful pivot and the finish.
The experienced senior in a heady play by Thomas. Stutter step by Felix, and the floater on the baseline by Javon Felix. 10 for Felix, the first player in double figures on either side. Underneath. Turner changed another shot.
Well, Woodard did the right thing, but he almost has to pull up. If you're Woodard, 5 or 6 feet away from the rim, and shoot a little floater or pull-up jump shot, because those aren't getting to the hoop tonight against Turner or eBay.
Miles Turner from way out there at 3. And the largest lead of the night for the Texas Longhorns.
And it's that type of skill and range which really has some NBA scouts salivating over Miles Turner whenever he gets to the NBA.
And a foul as Isaiah Cousins went inside, and he'll get rewarded with a couple of free throws.
Well, the senior Tayshaun Thomas driving against eBay, he goes power, and then he goes finesse with the beautiful left hand. And then Miles Turner showing the range, knocking down the 3, has UT up 5.
There's nothing more romantic than a spontaneous moment, so why pause to take a pill? And why stop what you're doing to find a bathroom? With Cialis for daily use, you don't have to plan around either. It's the only daily tablet approved to treat erectile dysfunction, so you can be ready anytime the moment is right. Plus, Cialis treats the frustrating urinary symptoms of BPH, like needing to go frequently, day or night. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions and medicines and ask if your heart is healthy enough for sex. Do not take Cialis if you take nitrates for chest pain, as it may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Do not drink alcohol in excess. Side effects may include headache, upset stomach, delayed backache, or muscle ache. To avoid long-term injury, get medical help right away for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. If you have any sudden decrease or loss in hearing or vision, or any symptoms of an allergic reaction, stop taking Cialis and get medical help right away. Why pause the moment? Ask your doctor about Cialis for daily use. For a free 30-tablet trial, go to Cialis.com.
Power is always dangerous. It attracts the worst and corrupts the best. Power is only given to those who are prepared to lower themselves to pick it up. We fight. That is how we win. And that is how we die.
So, you say men are superior drivers?
Yeah.
Then how'd I get this?
Safe driving bonus check. Every 6 months without an accident, Allstate sends a check. Okay. Silence. Are you in good hands?
Pizza is perfect.
Pizza with bacon cheeseburger on it, way, way more perfect.
The new Bacon Cheeseburger Pizza with hickory smoked bacon, beef, dill pickle, and signature burger sauce. A large for just $12.
Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
Welcome back to Super Tuesday, presented by Cree. LED lighting is part of Rivalry Week. Presented by Wendy's, the Red River Rivalry. Number 17, Oklahoma trailing Texas, 11:53 to play. Plenty of NBA action this week on NBA Friday, presented by State Farm. It all starts at 7 with Kia. NBA countdown. Then at 8, LeBron and the Cavs take on the Washington Wizards. And at 10:30, the Spurs go up against Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors. Friday night on ESPN.
Did you watch the All-Star game?
I saw some of it.
It was fun. It was entertaining. I mean, right down the road, we had 2 All-Stars, and Russell Westbrook, who was obviously the MVP of the game, and former Texas Longhorn Kevin Durant. I'm sure he's at home watching his beloved Longhorns right now, putting up the hook 'em horn sign.
Sam Presti, the GM, was here today at shoot-arounds. Isaiah Cousins now 3 of 3 at the line. And the rebound, Connor Lambert, Texas with a ball and a 4-point lead. Longhorns looking for their 4th straight win and trying to get Rick Barnes his 400th win as the Texas head coach here tonight.
Well, the Longhorns have been playing some of their best basketball over their last few games, especially on the defensive end. But tonight, the offensive performance, this team who has struggled on the offensive end for many times during the season, everything's clicking against an excellent Sooner defensive team.
Felix missing, and the rebound, Frank Booker for Oklahoma. During the 3-game win streak, the Texas defense allowing just 47 points per game and 31% shooting by the combined 3 opponents. Coming off that big win on Saturday in Austin against Texas Tech. Oklahoma's won 3 straight over Texas, trying to bounce back from that loss at Kansas State on Saturday, which snapped their 5-game win streak.
Yeah, Marcus Foster has really broken Oklahoma's hearts twice this year.
Booker from the corner, in and out, and the rebound, Miles Turner.
And a big difference right now for the Sooners, no true point guard on the floor. Isaiah Cousins, who has spent time at point guard during his career for the Sooners, manning the point, and there you see Miles Turner with a beautiful soft touch on the turnaround.
11 now for Turner, and Texas with their largest lead.
Turner has that beautiful high release, kind of like LaMarcus Aldridge used to have. Not comparing him to LaMarcus Aldridge, but the same type of form and same type of release.
And there's Turner with the block, but kept alive by Kadeem Latin. Foul on the drive. It's against Felix, his 3rd.
Rick Barnes talked to me about Miles Turner and said what a great communicator he is, that he's the best freshman talker that he's had, and wherever he's been, especially at University of Texas, he's very coachable. He's willing to ask questions and learn when he really needs help.
8th-team foul against the Longhorns, so Booker's shooting a 1-and-1. Booker now 3 of 3 at the line. 9 for Booker off the bench.
And you can kind of see the light continues to turn on and shine brighter for Miles Turner. Struggled a little bit early on in the season, but as conference play has gone on, you can see the confidence going up. He obviously affects the game on the defensive end every time he's in the game. Plays hard, plays with good energy. It's going to continue to be an excellent shooter. And as he gets stronger, especially in the lower body, they said he still gets pushed around, especially by Shaquille Clear, the Maryland transfer that's sitting out this year. Big body guy from Texas area.
And a steal by Jordan Woodard.
Well, you can see the difference when Woodard comes back in the game. The defense gets ramped up, and now they have their true point guard back on the floor.
Texas by 4. Midway through the second half in Norman.
Good rotations on the defensive end by the Longhorns. Excellent closeouts.
Marcus Holland deflecting that out. Shot clock at 13 for Oklahoma.
But I think tonight you're seeing the Texas team that was projected to challenge Kansas for the league title this year, was a top 10 preseason team. And Rick Barnes told us before the game today he feels this team still has a very high ceiling going forward.
Spangler has his shot blocked by Miles Turner. A desperation shot with his shot clock expiring, missed by Frank Booker, and cleared by Texas.
See, the hard thing for Spangler, he's trying to go right into Miles Turner, but Turner does a good job of not letting Spangler or any other offensive guy get into his body.
Jonathan Holmes short on a three. With a rebound spiked out to Isaiah Taylor for Texas. 11 blocks by Texas tonight, and they average 7.5 per game. They're closing in on 200 already for the season. Last year, they established a school record with 206. Miles Turner, and a block is called. And it's on Tayshaun Thomas, his third.
Beautiful up fake by Miles Turner. Spangler jumps. Thomas rotates over. Thomas there in plenty of time to take the charge there. He's well outside of the restricted arc. I don't think Turner had gone to his gather yet in that situation. And Tayshaun Thomas, one of the best in the league at taking charges. With the charge he's taken tonight, he's taken 8 charges in the last 6 games alone.
Looked to me as a pretty good defensive play there by Thomas. 2 shots for Turner, an 83% foul shooter. 4th in the Big 12 in foul shooting. This week on Wednesday Night Hoops, presented by PNC, it's a rivalry week game presented by Wendy's at 9 on ESPN. Perhaps the best rivalry, although these fans might disagree. All in college basketball, number 15 North Carolina, number 4 Duke at Cameron Indoor Stadium. Also part of Journey to the Tourney, presented by Sonic, Wednesday night at 9 on ESPN. And it's grabbed by Jonathan Holmes for the Longhorns, who lead it by 6, 8:40 to play. Turner from deep. And Yancy on the offensive glass, and a foul. It's on Denzel Walker of Oklahoma, his second.
And Oklahoma just not putting a body on guys once the shot goes up. You have to realize Miles Turner is an excellent pick and pop guy and anticipate that shot's going up. And in this case, Denzel Walker, you got to find a body of one of the Longhorn players and block out, and then you can start your transition opportunity.
14 fouls now on the Sooners. Turner scored the last 7 points for Texas.
Back to zone off the baseline, out of bounds.
From the corner, Kendall Yancy. Way short on a three, but kept alive by the Longhorns. They're getting loose balls. They're out hustling Oklahoma right
Oklahoma
now.
Just not alert on the defensive end.
Isaiah Taylor, shot clock winding down, missing the runner. Ryan Spangler, the defensive board for the Sooners. Denzel Walker on the drive. And the lead-in shot in the key, and he has 10.
Denzel Walker, big-time spark tonight for the Sooners off the bench.
Leading scorers for Oklahoma off the bench, Booker and Walker with 10 points apiece. Isaiah Taylor, nice pass inside, but missing is Jonathan Holmes. Here come the Sooners.
And if you're Texas in this stretch of the ball game right here, no Hield, no Cousins on the floor, you would hope to try to extend your lead, but the Sooners just hanging around.
Off-balance runner missed by Denzel Walker, cleared by Texas. Texas by 4 inside 7 minutes to go, and a timeout taken by the Longhorns.
And I think you're going to see Hield and Cousins come back in this game sooner rather than later.
A good rivalry game here in Norman. Coming up, we'll get an update on another outstanding rivalry game from the studio.
At Subway, a great meal starts with a great sandwich on the new Simple 6 menu. With 6 of our best 6-inch subs, like the tender turkey breast, plus any bag of chips and a 21-ounce drink for just $6 every day.
Subway. Just 1 lemon left.
Lemon Skittles are my favorite.
They're my favorite.
Settle it the usual way!
Settle the rainbow. Taste the rainbow.
Two schools separated by 8 miles, 2 shades of blue. It's Duke, it's Carolina. It's special, man. He lets it fly. Stackhouse. Oh, America, are you serious? There is just something magical about this rivalry.
North Carolina, Duke, the next chapter. Tomorrow at 9 on ESPN, the home court of college hoops.
There's no excuse.
No excuse.
Not even an I forgot excuse.
If you need car insurance and you haven't gotten a quote yet from the General, go to thegeneral.com or call us right now.
Thousands do it every day.
And your driving record is no problem. Our rates and payments are low with special discounts to save you money. So there's no more excuses. Get an anonymous online quote now. For a great low rate you can get online, go to the General and save some time.
You guys wanted trouble. You found it.
We ain't doing nothing. We want to show people what these cops are doing.
They don't play fair. Trust nobody.
All right, let's do this. I think you're getting a little out of control.
Outlaw Country premieres next Tuesday, 10, 7 West on WGN America.
I'm Van Burke and Carol Lawson over on ESPN. And up to the Michigan State and Michigan, Brandon Dawson. They're having at it, Carol.
Well, this is a matchup we thought that Michigan could not match up with. Power forward Brandon Dawson. They don't have anything in the front line to go with him.
Nothing wrong, a little self-promotion. Make sure you join us for College Basketball Live next. We'll talk with the Wildcats making history, a UNC Duke preview, plus some Big 12 battles. Back to Roxy and Miles. Guys?
All right, and 4 Hall of Fame coaches headline a Wednesday night hoops ACC doubleheader. First at 7, number 12 Louisville against Syracuse. Then at 9, one of the best rivalries in college sports. Number 15 North Carolina. Number 4 Duke. Wednesday night hoops presented by PNC, part of Rivalry Week, presented by Wendy's. 4-point lead for Texas.
And interesting that Oklahoma's coming out zone. Their man-to-man defense been so good all season long, but Texas has been carving them up tonight.
Shot clock at 5. Isaiah Taylor finds Kendall Yancy. And a 3 by Yancy.
Isaiah Taylor so good at ball screens. And I like that Rick Barnes runs a little step-up screen for Taylor. Even against the zone, you can run on-ball picks. He turns the corner, skips it over to Yancy, and he knocks it down.
11 for Yancy, and Texas enjoying their largest cushion of the night. Ryan Spangler, the long 2. In and out and back in for Spangler.
And I like what Spangler did right there. Earlier situations in the game, he's pick and pop for 3, didn't make them, steps into a 15-footer, and gets the soft roll.
Isaiah Taylor. Cameron Ridley fouled by Spangler. The first on Spangler. Ridley, couple of free throws coming up. 5:51 to go. Texas by 5.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is presented by Cree LED Lighting and in part by Under Armour, I Will, and Voya Financial, changing the way you think of retirement.
A normal incandescent bulb uses about $7 worth of energy per year. This Cree LED bulb uses about $1. If you argue with math, you will lose.
The Cree LED bulb.
Yeah, that's a nice one, but this one takes it to a whole new level. It's got electronic ignition, it's got the infrared rotisserie, ceramic briquettes, high-powered sear stations, it's got a built-in sauce rack. This bad boy will change your life.
You know what? This orange money isn't for awesome grills. It's going towards my awesome retirement. I'll stick with this one.
It's got a built-in sauce rack.
It's important to know what money to put where, and Voya can help. Start getting organized today by learning how much orange money you'll need in retirement. Find out now at Voya.com.
You know, the Greek philosopher Aristotle said, you are what you repeatedly do. But in our book, we say you are what you repeatedly do when things get hard. When you look at the naysayers and the haters, and there's a million of them, but you take it upon yourself to erase all doubt. Get that doubt out of here. So my apologies to Aristotle, but excellence doesn't become a habit by running the same path over and over. The excellent ones just step up to the line and ask, what's the record? Under Armour, get your feet straight.
When you're hungry for the craveable taste of tender fish and shrimp, nothing's better than Long John Silver's. Now, for a limited time, enjoy our new crispy golden fish and shrimp basket for just $3.99 at Long John Silver's.
It's a mismatch.
Texas with the lead.
It's Mr. Neal. That's a Bernard.
Boy, did he just light up the crowd. Everett for three.
Off the glass! Oh, the bank must be up there. That's the second one. You know it's their night when that's falling, baby.
The Red River rivalry is about to go to the Sooners, and they win it by 10.
Big night for Terrell Everett, who had 25. Taj Gray, 22, and that Oklahoma win against the LaMarcus Aldridge Texas team. Miles Turner having a big night tonight. 1 rebound shy of another double-double. But before the game, Lon Kruger and Rick Barnes were chatting it up. Looked pretty chummy about half an hour before the game.
Yeah, they were out here literally 30 minutes before the game, and that's something you don't normally see as head coaches out on the floor watching their teams warm up, and let alone chit-chatting with each other. And I'm sure they weren't strategizing or giving any of their top secrets away, but...
And a foul after the offensive rebound. Isaiah Cousins with his third, and here are the two coaches in pregame. And they sat there for a while.
And these are two of the best coaches in the country. Lon Kruger is the only coach to ever take 5 teams to the NCAA tournament, been to the Final Four at Florida. Rick Barnes has won Final Four in his tenure here as the Longhorns coach.
Just picked up his 600th career win last week, and a win tonight for Rick Barnes. It'll be his 400th as the Texas head coach. This is his 17th year in Austin. Nearly intercepted by Jordan Woodard from the corner. Kendall Yancy missing. And the rebound. Knocked out to midcourt. Isaiah Taylor has it stripped. Buddy Hield to the basket.
What a play by Isaiah Cousins as Isaiah Taylor was tiptoeing the half-court line. He knocks it away, and Buddy Hield picks up the scraps and finishes.
Long three again. Too strong from Miles Turner, and the rebound, Jordan Woodard. And a foul against Texas as Oklahoma to the line as the Sooners are in the bonus.
And you see Taylor just trying to tiptoe, and he was going to try to make the pass, but Isaiah Cousins with the quick hands, and Buddy Hield, kind of Johnny on the spot right there, picks it up and is able to finish. But I really didn't like the last 2 possessions by the Longhorns. Too many ball screens. The ball essentially stayed on one side of the floor until it was skipped for a 3 to Yancy in the corner. No motion, no ball movement by the Longhorns on the last 2 possessions, and they settle for long jump shots, and now Oklahoma taking advantage.
Jordan Woodard at the line, 5 points tonight. They'll get the bonus. Now 3 of 3 at the line. Foul on Jonathan Holmes at first.
Woodard really playing his best basketball of the season, 11 points per game, plus 48% from the field over his last 5 games.
Started all 59 of his games at Oklahoma, and he pulls the Sooners to within 2. Here's some pressure from Oklahoma. Nearly stolen by Spangler, and a foul is called, and it's against Texas and Miles Turner. His second. Now, I know he was a quarterback, but Ryan Spangler looked like a safety coming over to step in front right there.
Well, what I don't understand is why Isaiah Taylor, there's Spangler doing a great job of just playing safety and the anchor on the defense right there, but Isaiah Taylor is right-handed. And if you watch throughout the game tonight when he's coming off pick and rolls, he's made a lot of passes with his left hand. You wonder if that wrist is still bothering him, because he made that pass full court, too much air underneath it, but he passed that ball with his left hand, which is his weaker, non-dominant hand.
One more for Spangler, now 1 of 3 at the line. Quick spurt by Oklahoma. Spangler missing the second, and the rebound ripped down by Jonathan Holmes for the Longhorns. 1-point game. Here's Felix. Put off on the baseline. Shot clock at 10. Kendall Yancy knocks it in. A three.
Huge. Kendall Yancy coming up big at the most important time for this Longhorns. A guy that's only a 27% three-point shooter on the season.
Career high tying 14 for Yancy. Heel to the basket. Shot blocked by Turner. Out of bounds, it goes to Texas. But Kendall Yancy stepping up. It's tied at career high.
Kendall Yancy has been big from the tip. Here you see the penetration. They overhelp, and Kendall Yancy makes them pay.
I may be a pizza maker, but I know a few things about dessert, like chocolate and more chocolate.
Introducing Papa John's new double chocolate chip brownie. Delicious, decadent, served warm for just $6.
Better ingredients, better brownie. Papa John's.
It's 10:35 a.m. and Jack's ERA just took a hit. Emily's missing. Yeah, one of those. Kevin almost nailed it this time. And when this happens, we'll be here, fueling the neighborhood with performance gas and just about everything else, like we have been for the past 80 years. Phillips 66, proud to be here.
She wondered, would the weather hold? Was the surf report right? And could she stay on even longer this time? But even out here, she never doubted that her network would let her post the proof. If you're not on the largest, most reliable network, what are you giving up? Verizon.
Pizza is perfect. Pizza with bacon cheeseburger on it, way, way more perfect.
The new Bacon Cheeseburger Pizza with hickory smoked bacon, beef, dill pickle, and signature burger sauce. A large for just $12.
Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
Saturday, game day heads to Arizona for the storied Pac-12 rivalry against UCLA. College Game Day, covered by State Farm, Saturday at 11 on ESPN.
Super Tuesday presented by Cree LED Lighting, and a 4-point lead that Texas is clinging to.
And Miles Turner has had a monster night. This young man, 13 points, 9 boards, and most importantly, 6 blocks. He's showing the range, knocking down a 3-point shot. He's had beautiful touch on the mid-range with that high release, but then affecting the game in the paint and changing everything that the Sooners want to do.
And he is our 6th man of the game, brought to you by Motel 6. And big numbers again for the freshman Miles Turner.
You know, the thing that really impresses me the most about Miles Turner is that he really came into this Longhorns team with no ego. It's a veteran team that went to the NCAA tournament. He's the overall #2 recruit, a projected lottery pick. But he just wanted to be a team guy, fit in, learn, and continue to get better. And you have seen the progress throughout the season.
He didn't start tonight. It doesn't really matter, though, who starts. It matters who finishes. And he's been finishing a lot tonight. And he's fouled. Will go to the line.
And look at that, the activity. He now has a double-double, his 4th of the season. Back-to-back double-doubles, as a matter of fact. He gets inside position on that offensive rebound and able to draw the foul and go to the line.
Second foul on Ryan Spangler. Now a double-double for Turner, his 4th of his freshman season. 13 points, 10 rebounds. And now 3 of 3 at the line.
And I was talking about that high release point that he has. Now let's imagine Miles Turner's already 6'11", and this is why he's able to get so many shots off, because he shoots it about another 6 or 8 inches above his head, so it's almost nearly impossible to block or get a legitimate contest against Miles Turner.
Oklahoma closed within 1. Ryan Spangler missed the second of 2 free throws. And since Texas has scored 5 straight. Isaiah Cousins underneath. The kick out. And a 3 for Jordan Woodard. And cuts the Texas lead in half.
Well, that was a good job by Isaiah Cousins getting the pump fake, getting the Longhorn defender up in the air. He actually probably could have shot the layup, but gives a beautiful kick out to Woodard.
10 for Woodard. 3 minutes to go. Isaiah Taylor to Felix. Stripped by Jordan Woodard. Buddy Hield missing a 3. Thomas on the offensive glass. And 1. Tayshaun Thomas.
That was a man-sized rebound by the senior Tayshaun Thomas. Goes up over the freshman Miles Turner, grabs it, gathers, collects, and then goes up strong through the contact.
65% for the line for Thomas, 2 of 2 tonight. The senior transfer from Houston. And we are tied at 64. 6 straight for the Sooners to pull even. Nine ties, 19 lead changes. Kendall Yancy missing. Here comes Oklahoma with a chance for the lead. Timeout, Sooners. .155 to play. We're knotted at 64. And 6 straight points for Oklahoma to come back.
Well, Oklahoma getting some stops on the defensive end have really led to the opportunity to get back in this basketball game. You see the quick hands by Isaiah Cousins. Buddy Hield, the beneficiary there with the jam. And then Cousins with the drive, the up fake, the excellent vision to find Jordan Woodard on the perimeter for the 3-point shot. And then Tayshaun Thomas just keeping the play alive, battling down low, and goes through the contact and getting the and 1 as the Sooner bench explodes and gives the little flex sign, the little bicep.
And the student section loving it right now. Tie game, 1:55 to play as the Sooners have taken their full timeout. Here are the Big 12 standings. Kansas on top. Oklahoma right there in the mix. Tied with West Virginia for 3rd. And a critical game for Texas because the Longhorns are trying to push their way into the top 6.
Yeah, and the reason why you want to be in the top 6 is so you can get a first-round bye in Big 12 conference tournament. The 7 through 10 seeds are going to have to play on the opening night of the Big 12 tournament in Kansas City. And Oklahoma just trying to stay within striking distance of the Kansas Jayhawks because they will close out the regular season here at the Lloyd Noble Center against the Jayhawks.
Buddy Hield, 10 points tonight, along with Jordan Woodard and Frank Booker to lead Oklahoma. Now Texas getting 15 from Miles Turner and 14 from Kendall Yancy, tying a career high. Texas has won 3 straight coming in. Now the Longhorns are entering a critical stretch, including this game tonight with Oklahoma. But a tough stretch looming. 5 ranked teams: Iowa State, at West Virginia, at Kansas, Baylor, and then finishing with K-State. Thomas spins inside, shot blocked. Out of bounds, it belongs to Oklahoma. That's 13 block shots tonight. Texas has tied a school record.
And that was great defense there by Jonathan Holmes. He gets posted up by Tayshaun Thomas. He moves his feet, plays defense without fouling, and stays down on the pump fake. Now watch a high ball screen here for Woodard.
Here's Woodard to the basket and finishes. Oklahoma 8 straight to take the lead. In danger of a 5-second call. Longhorns forced to take a timeout.
Well, they faked the high ball screen as Spangler sprinted up to the top of the key. And then that left a wide open driving lane. Jonathan Holmes goes straight up. Excellent adjustment in midair as there was some contact there. But rule of verticality took over for Jonathan Holmes. But Jordan Woodard with a great finish with the weak hand.
First lead for the Sooners since early in the second half when they were up 44-43. And they've trailed by as many as 7 here in the second half, but an 8-0 run to propel them in front with 1:21 to play.
Well, Oklahoma, a team that really struggled on the defensive end all of last year. They kind of mix and match their defenses between a matchup zone and man-to-man and never really had any answers. All offseason, from the spring to the summer, every workout focused on the defensive end. They knew that's where they had to get better. They got upset in the first round of the NCAA tournament to North Dakota State. They couldn't stop people when it mattered most. Tonight, when they've had to make this comeback, even though Texas has been good on the offensive end, Oklahoma has locked down on the defensive end when they had to, and they'll need to do it once again right here on this possession.
Where does Texas, Miles, need to go offensively?
Well, the answer has usually been Isaiah Taylor on penetration, usually with a high ball screen into a kick out.
Jonathan Holmes, too strong on a 3. And the rebound, Spangler for the Sooners.
And Holmes has missed that shot about 3 or 4 times tonight, and it's a shot that he shoots with pretty good efficiency. It's a young man that shoots 36% from behind the arc, but not able to find the range tonight on those pick and pop opportunities. And that's exactly why they have him at the power forward spot, to stretch defenses, but Holmes just not able to convert.
0 of 5 from 3 tonight for Holmes.
And Rick Barnes is telling Holmes right now, we're going to come back to you. I can tell he's trying to instill confidence in Holmes because they're going to have another possession if they can get a stop with the game on the line.
19 on the shot clock, 46.8 to play. And the Sooners leading it by 2. Defensively, if you're Rick Barnes, how do you play this?
Well, you're going to go to your staple, your man-to-man. You got an excellent shot blocker in the game in Miles Turner, but you have to try to keep Oklahoma out of the lane. Woodard, Heald, Cousins are beginning in the lane here late in the second half, and that's kind of been the difference here. And if I'm Lon Kruger, I put the ball in Jordan Woodard's hands, either put him in a high ball screen or some type of dribble handoff with Buddy Heald where he's trying to get downhill.
2-point lead for number 17 Oklahoma. The Red River rivalry between these two longtime rivals. Here's Woodard.
And they're going to want to go at about 7 or less.
Inside, Spangler to the basket.
Same exact play that they just ran.
4-point lead.
Got to go right away.
Philippe's looking for a screen. Timeout, Texas.
And see, a mistake by Isaiah Taylor was out of the game right there. They had to call timeout to get Taylor back in the basketball game because he's their best penetrator. But here's the play. You see Ryan Spangler right here is going to come up, fake the on-ball pick, slips out. Turner stays and helps, and he does his job. But Felix doesn't recover back quickly enough. Spangler does a good job of kind of following his guy to the paint. Woodard with his eyes up as Spangler slips in behind the defense. Excellent job by the Sooners to convert there.
Turner's head turned the wrong way, was able to capitalize and backdoor him to the basket.
Yep. And then Rick Barnes, he didn't want to call timeout, but Felix, not a great penetrator, more of a catch and shoot guy or 1 or 2 dribble guy. But Taylor being out of the game forced Barnes to call the timeout. They'll put it in his hands quickly, and he'll have to go to try to get a quick basket for the Longhorns.
With Oklahoma, the best foul shooting team in the Big 12, do you need to get a 3 here if you're Texas?
No, you don't. You can go quickly, try to stretch out this game, but you want a quick basket, either penetration or you can kick out to an open three. You don't want to just settle for any type of three-point shot, especially a contested one.
10-0 run for Oklahoma.
This play is taking too long in a two-possession game.
Taylor underneath. Turner is fouled. Will go to the line. 9.9 to play as that burned up about 12 seconds.
Yeah, probably took too long for that play, but that was a credit to Oklahoma sniffing out the play on the defensive end and doing a good job of taking away the first and second options.
Third foul on Ryan Spangler. And Miles Turner 4-4 at the line to shoot 2.
Now, if you're Texas, you have to know the scouting report. You go into a full denial on the pressure, and then you have to know you got to try to maybe force it into Isaiah Cousins' hands or Tayshaun Thomas. Those are the worst foul shooters on the floor for the Sooners.
2-point game. Marcus Holland checking in, and a good substitution by Rick Barnes to stop the clock.
And you bring in your best defender in DeMarcus Holland.
The clock was already stopped in the made free throw, but it holds up the game. And a foul immediately as Jordan Woodard will go to the line. It's on Isaiah Taylor, his third. And double bonus, 2 shots for Woodard. Third in the Big 12 at 84% from the line and 4-4 tonight.
Well, they forced the catch to the guy that they wanted to shoot the free throw, and they couldn't get the foul quickly enough against Isaiah Cousins, who's only 67% on the line. Now you send Jordan Woodard, who's an 83%er.
2 shots for Woodard. 12 points tonight to lead the Sooners. And he misses the first one. Miner coming up next after we finish here in Norman. College Basketball Live comes your way.
Now the question becomes, if he makes this, is Lon Kruger going to foul up 3 with arguably with 7 seconds or less?
3-point game. Would you foul?
I would foul. I would put the Longhorns on the line. You wait until they probably take about 1 dribble, because then it'll get down to about 6 seconds or 5 seconds left. And I'm sure this is something that will be discussed in the huddle for Lon Kruger.
Timeout taken. 30-second timeout. 7.4 to play. 69-66 Oklahoma with the lead. The Big 12 standings, the Sooners tied with West Virginia, while Texas sitting in the 7th spot right now. And Miles told you why this game's so critical for Texas, trying to move up to the top 6 of the Big 12, considering the top 6 get buys at the Big 12 tournament.
And remember, it's crucial because Texas was swept by Oklahoma State, who's the team that is directly above them.
69-66, and the Longhorns need a 3 after Jordan Woodard made 1 out of 2.
And if I'm Oklahoma and I am going to decide to foul, I also probably want to alert the officials that we are going to reach and probably grab the guy and not let him get a shot up after 1 or 2 seconds.
It'll be Connor Lambert to take the ball out of bounds for Texas.
And if you're Texas, you want to get it to Isaiah Taylor, something where he's going towards the rim and then fan out everybody else. Jonathan Holmes, Yancy, and Falik spotting up for 3.
All the players in the front court. Here's Taylor. And a timeout by Texas. They get the ball to midcourt. And only 1 second ticked away. And it appeared that Oklahoma was trying to go in and foul.
They were going to try to foul, but I like what Rick Barnes did right there. He circles Isaiah Taylor to the basketball and gets it across half court. Now it makes it a more of a dangerous situation to foul, because more than likely wherever they catch the ball, it can be in a scoring area near the 3-point line, where if you're smart enough, if you're a Longhorn player and you're anticipating they're going to foul, maybe you try to go up for the shot and draw the 3-shot penalty.
6.7 to play, and Texas now with the ball on the front court side of the midcourt line.
And also on that play, Connor Lambert, nobody on the basketball. Oklahoma playing kind of a center field safety defense. That allowed for the free throw to half court to Taylor.
If you're Rick Barnes, who are you looking to get this shot?
I think it's Javon Felix or Jonathan Holmes. They're your two best guys. Taylor has to be the facilitator or the creator in this situation. And if you're the Oklahoma Sooners, you recognize you guard the three-point line only. Anything going to the basket, you let that guy go and you sacrifice the layup because the layup can't really hurt you.
And Texas now out of timeouts. It'll be Lambert again to play it in for the Longhorns, who need a free.
And Isaiah Taylor out of the game. They bring in Turner, another three-point shooter.
And they foul Yancy immediately.
Smart.
Fourth on Isaiah Cousins.
Good job by Cousins to be there on the catch before Yancy could square up.
So 6 seconds to play. The bonus, it's a 1-and-1, as it's the 9th team foul on the Sooners. And it's Kendall Yancy, 83% for the line this year to shoot the 1-and-1. He has tied a career high with 14 points. He had 14 in their overtime loss to Stanford back in December. In and out. Buddy Hield the rebound. And Oklahoma with 5.2 seconds to play will shoot two at the other end.
And Yancy had the right idea. He was going to try to make that first one. It just goes in and out. And then the second one is probably going to have to be a miss because of the time that was left on the clock. But a bad break for the Longhorns.
Hield 1 of 2 at the line tonight. Yancy missed the front end of the 1-and-1. 79% for the junior Hield from the line. That one makes it a 2-possession game with 5.2 to play. Again, the Longhorns, no timeouts.
Now you just back off, make or miss, and don't foul.
And Hield hits both. 5-point game. Matches Oklahoma's largest lead of the night. Here's Isaiah Taylor. Holmes for 3. He gets the shot. Doesn't matter. Oklahoma gets a 2-point win in the Red River rivalry. 4 straight wins for the Sooners over Texas. They've also won 5 of the last 6. But Oklahoma with a strong finish. The final 3 minutes of the game, they took it over.
Well, the Sooners did a great job on the defensive end, getting some stops when they needed.